tips on networking. How'd you build your network?
I mean, obviously, trust is something that has to be, built up over time, right? And there is a lot of scammers out there. So, I mean, obviously take that, into consideration. But, you just got to get out there. You got to ask for referrals too, right? Who's doing deals, who's the right outfit, and the same thing with passive investors, who's actually putting money, because there's a lot of people, oh, yeah, I've got some money, and, but they're really just tire kickers, right? So if you're looking for money, again, you have to get out there and you have to look around and kind of sniff out the right people and ask for referrals, right? Same thing if you're looking for deals too, right? You have to look and, ask for referrals of who's bringing the right deals, who's got deal flow. But really, man, I stumbled my way into it. I networked, like there was probably 4 nights out of the week I was going to a networking event. I was just blowing through business cards. I was doing a lot of follow-up, and you can kind of, I was a sales guy for 15 years ahead of that. So, I can always kind of sniff out people that are bullshitting me. And, that's just that's a skill that I have. So you're going to have to kind of, probably kiss a few frogs before that. But the point of all of that is that you need to still go out there and get it done. And I know there's some nights where I'm like, shit, I just want to stand in the corner and, scroll on my phone and not talk to anybody. Trust me, I've been there, and I'm, I don't consider myself an overly extroverted guy, even though I'm up here on stage, right? This is taking time to build up to this. But my point is that just get out there and make it happen, right? Because you have to take action, right? And that first step is to get out, get educated, get networking. Then you're going to find the right deals and the right opportunities that you can then start making offers on, right? And then you can get some momentum. And I'm a big proponent of it in this business, right? If you got that wind at your sails, the sky is the limit. Once you stop and you get out of the game for 6 to 12 months, which was the biggest mistake that we made during COVID. We weren't buying during 2020. It was the stupidest thing that because we thought the whole damn thing was collapsing in on itself, right? And the people that were still buying in 2020 and ended early 2021 made a fucking killing. Then this guy in the back, he's like, that was me. I was making a killing.
So many deals.
I know, but so the point I'm trying to make though, right, is like, don't stop, right? Even if you're just like, okay, I don't feel like doing it, just go out there. It's like working out. Just get out there, network, pass out a couple of business cards, do the follow-up though too. It's not about collecting a business card deal, right? You need to do the follow-up. You're like, man, those conversations were pretty valuable. I actually need to call those people. Do the follow-up. It's important. Right? And that's you're gonna learn the good people, the bad people, who to avoid, who to do business with. If you follow those, right?
Yeah, I would echo some of that. I mean, obviously that's common ground that we both have. Is we agree that networking is the way to go. Like I said earlier, telling everybody what you do, what you're buying is, there's a lot of power to that. I'll post a lot of social media about, with the memes and stuff like that. I also post some meaningful things. That they'll say, hey, look, they'll tell somebody, hey, look, I'm still buying multifamily, I'm still buying commercial, and I'm getting a lot of deals. Facebook groups is a huge one.
Yeah.
And there's a million of them. There's a lot of Facebook groups. Don't just go in there and just join one. Join them all. And well, I mean, yeah, you're going to have it kind of your newsfeed kind of cluttered, but you kind of want it that way, right? I think that Facebook right now is just mainly for business. I'm all in the Houston, in the Texas, in the countrywide forums where people just post up deals. And yeah, I've bought deals from this guy in Memphis that has a deal in Houston. That he's trying to offload very cheaply. He got lucky with a seller. And so yeah, I'm very resourceful when it comes to actually finding these deals. Like I said, I don't not chase down any lead, even if it seems kind of weak.
Yeah, and the online and offline, they merge too, because like Boris was talking about, going in these Facebook communities, I recommended that in the book Jamie and I just came out with. So it's going in and engaging. Don't be a lurker. Actually engage. So my strategy there would be I would filter by post, because usually it'll filter by either relevant or newest activity, which newest activity may have like 50, 75 comments or whatever in these big groups. It doesn't mean that you may not want to chime in there, but I would filter by post, because then you're going to get a couple of the freshest posts that maybe only have 0 to 5 comments. So the likelihood if I post my 2 cents, this is the 2-cent strategy, then you're probably going to get noticed, and they might even comment back. If you give some good value, they might comment back. Asking things, ask thoughtful questions. Whether it's your own question or if you just want to stir up discussion in the group. So, but ultimately be engaged, do not spam. Do not, hey, I'm trying to build my buyers list, blah, blah, blah.
No, and I think what we're trying to say is like there's networking face to face, and then there's also some networking, especially in this day and age, online too, right?
Well,
You
so
know?
what I was going to tie that into is the offline. So now when you go to a networking meeting, hey, I've seen you in the Facebook group. Yeah, or hey, you answered my question. I really appreciate that. So now that connect, it's like it'd be like dating, but starting now you're on the third date. Where you actually already have that connection, you already know each other, there's some past communication that's already happened. But even beyond that, the face-to-face, it's just, it's more impactful. Any introverts in the room? Like, I'm an absolute introvert. So I hate networking, I really do. I like COVID, being at home all day.
You're like, yes.
Loved it.
Loved it.
Loved it. I mean,
We were still online.
You're still online.
I'm still online, but I mean, here we are doing these because I realized they were very impactful for my business. So, but if you're not hosting events, which is really easy to do, and you can do small coffees with like 5, 10 people or bigger events. But if you just want to go to events, I would go in the beginning, I would just go to all of them. And then you figure out the 2, 3, 4 that you like, and then you start seeing the same people. Now the same people, those are usually people who are actually really active in the business. So they're probably not newbies, they're doing some business. And I would always go with purpose, meaning I had 1 or 2 questions that I was gonna ask, and it was probably the host I was gonna ask, or someone I knew would be there. Only 1 or 2, if you ask 10, they might run away from you next time they see you going. So keep it to 1 or 2, and leave it at that. But you do that consistently for 12 months, like how many questions you get answered? 10, 20 questions from someone who's super experienced for free. Actually, more than free. They probably fed you. It's a strategy. So do both, online, offline, let that merge, build relationships. Like Ben said, follow up, build that database, and provide value. Provide value, that stuff comes back.